This VAWatchdog.org news video is brought to you by Bergman & Moore, LLC. Former VA attorneys now fighting VA for you. Call Bergman & Moore at 877-838-2889 or on the web at vetlawyers.com.
Of suicides by U.S. Army recruiters led to the unprecedented shutdown of every recruiting station in the country today to deal with the problem. In the past 3 years, 5 recruiters from the same command in the Houston area have taken their lives, all combat veterans of Iraq or Afghanistan. From the Pentagon, here's David Martin.
When Sergeant Larry Flores hanged himself last August, his fellow Army recruiters in Texas never saw it coming.
It was a complete shock. I took it very bad.
But that was only the beginning of Amanda Henderson's nightmare. 2 weeks later, her husband, Sergeant Patrick Henderson, called from his cell phone.
He was just hysterical, crying, screaming, and he kept saying he had a shotgun. And he said that he can't deal with it anymore. He's done. He can't deal with it anymore.
She coaxed him home and got the shotgun away from him, but he was still raving.
Saying that he sees Iraqi women and that the men will be along soon and we can get them.
Sergeants Anderson and Flores had 2 things in common. They both had served in combat and were working 70-hour weeks as Army recruiters. 6 weeks after Flores hanged himself, Henderson did the same.
He taken the dog chain and strangled himself.
An investigation blamed the plague of suicides among Texas recruiters on a toxic mix of job stress, poor leadership, and personal problems. But those suicides were only a small part of an Army-wide trend so disturbing that President Obama was told about it the first time he visited the Pentagon. Last year saw more Army suicides than any year on record. And now it's gotten worse, much worse. 24 Army suicides in the month of January, double last year's rate. More than were killed in combat that month in both Iraq and Afghanistan. It's so shocking that starting Sunday, the Army is ordering every soldier to stop what he's doing and undergo training in suicide prevention.
There's never been an Army-wide stand down for the entire Army. That's how serious we're taking this.
It will include this interactive video in which a fictional soldier sees his best buddy killed and gets a Dear John email. It addresses one of the Army's biggest problems, the stigma of admitting you can't handle it.
No, I'll pull it together, Seth. I'm fine. I'm not weak.
But the Army can't make the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan go away. And nearly 2/3 of soldiers who take their lives are either in the war zones or have been there. David Martin, CBS News, the Pentagon.
VAWatchdog.org, the nation's #1 independent veterans website. On the web at VAWatchdog.org.